Hello, guys, and welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well, and hope that you guys are managing to resist gang stalking and resisting all of the bad things that are happening nowadays in the world, and all the toxicity and all the loony bin trash, poison, venomous, vitriolic nonsense garbage that is happening today. Man, guys, today I actually had a pretty bad interaction with two French dudes. So the gang stalkers managed to send these two French homosexuals, uh, and these homosexuals came all the way from France, uh, to visit Germany. I guess they were going to watch Rammstein or something like that. Apparently, there's a concert for Rammstein. I asked them how much do you pay for the ticket. They were like 150, but anyway, so I got the feeling that they were stalking me because they came to the McDonald's and they were like trash talking me and talking shit about me. But I decided to confront them about this because I said, I'm not going to sit there and just, well, I don't care. It doesn't really matter because it happens so much. But I did talk to them, and I was actually surprised. I said, guys, wow, you guys clearly speak French, and because I speak French, and I said, you guys speak really good German. Your German is really good. And we started getting like talking and stuff like that. And they would usually do this. They started doing the gang stalking typical perp tactics. So in your face, in your face, they'll talk to you normal, respectfully, very respectful. They'll shake your hands, and they shook my hands. They'll shake your hands and be like, "Hey, man, everything good?" Blah, 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 blah. Full respect, right? They will show you respect to your face, and then they will immediately turn around, and then there will be the cussing you out and insulting you, calling you names, trash talking you, calling you a bitch, a whore, an asshole, a cunt, a faggot, all sorts of name calling. And I like to sometimes deal with the gang stalkers, not because I like the gang stalkers, I do not, but I think it's always good to deal with the enemies. First of all, it's good to deal with the enemy in the sense that you show the enemy that you're not afraid of them. I'm not afraid. I'm sitting here. I'm going to have a conversation with you. I'm not afraid of you. I'll talk to you. I'll have a conversation with you. And also to get to know the enemy. We need to get to know the gang stalkers. Talk to them, ask them questions. The more they talk, the more you learn something about the enemy. The gang stalkers, how they think, how they behave, their beliefs, all these things, right? This is pretty vital data that can be used for us to understand the gang stalkers. But I knew they were homosexuals because they were stalking me around and all that kind of stuff. And excuse me, oh man, she had a really nice meal. So I knew they were homosexuals because the guy, one of them, he was looking at me and he was even giving me some pretty sexual signals. And I was like, dude, this is fucking weird. Like he would be looking at me, he would be like, and typically I get this signal. It's a sexual signal. I get it usually from women who are sexually attracted to me. I'll be talking to a woman. She wants to have sex or she wants to kiss me. And because she doesn't want to do this and show the fact that she wants to kiss me, instead the women will try to control themselves and they will do this. They will try to hide the lips so that you don't figure out or see that they're trying to kiss you or that they want to kiss you. But if the woman is talking to you doing this, you know that she wants to kiss you. And it's just to let you know, guys. But yeah, so for a dude to do that to me, I was like, shit. Yeah, you're dealing with a homosexual. And guys, I don't lie. I don't lie. I tell you as it is. I tell you the fucking truth as it is, man. If you're being chased by a bunch of dudes, 9 times out of 10, they're a bunch of homos. I don't care. These people can say whatever they want. They will always project. They like to project. They will say, "You are the one who is gay." No. I am not gay, and I know that I'm not gay. I've never consensually had sex with a man, and I never will. I will never consent or seek out a man for a sexual relation. This is never going to happen because I'm not gay. But they will project this kind of stuff, and they will say, "Oh, you are the one who is gay." And gang stalkers love to do this. Actually, nine times out of 10, the things that the gang stalkers are saying about you actually apply much more to them than they apply to you. And that's something you have to, start using this. Start using the brain. Anyway, so we're gonna talk. We are gonna talk about some truths. I'm actually feeling in a really good mood today. Really, really good mood today because I'm getting better and better and better and better every day, and I'm feeling better, and I feel like the energy, the life force, is on my side. Every day. So, want to talk about something for you guys in case you don't know it. But of course, gang stalking is not the only thing that matters in this world, because gang stalking is just part of the system and all the things that happen. We have to talk about relationships, and we have to talk about women, and we have to talk about gender dynamics. Why? Because this is very important. If you are a man and you're dealing with women, you need to understand women, and you need to know how to deal with women. And you have to understand the modern, not just the reality, the conventional reality, but you have to understand the modern reality and how things work nowadays in 2024. You have to understand what's happening now in 2024. Okay, so why is it that women are attracted to and seeking out a lot of beta males and weak men to have relationships with them? And yet they are ignoring or not seeking out or not trying to foster any relationships with the men, with the masculine, dominant alpha males. Why is this? Good question. Why is that? I'm going to explain to you why. See, because of feminism, because feminism is dominating and ruling over the matriarchal Western society, which is, by the way, it's about to collapse. Give it maximum 20, 30 years, all this shit is going to be gone. There is not going to be any fucking Western societies. But anyway, that's besides the point. Because feminism rules the matriarchal societies of Europe, the women have become masculine. They have taught a gender reversal. So the women will wear the pants and the men will wear the skirts. This is what's happening. This is the goal of feminism. So the women are dominant and domineering and masculine, and they're trying to dominate and control the men and tell them what to do. Right? Of course, we know that stereotypically or in nature or conventionally or normally, it would be the man who is controlling the woman. For example, you have that famous actor who is acting as, the James Bond actor was Sean Connery. Yeah, Sean Connery was openly saying in interviews and stuff like that, he was openly saying, sometimes you gotta bitch slap the woman once in a while, like put her in her place. Nothing wrong with this because Sean Connery is a very old school, macho type of dude. He comes from the older generations. These things were practiced. These things were definitely practiced back in the old days, that the man would sometimes bitch slap his wife to put her in her place, because sometimes women need to be slapped. They need to be put in their place. Nothing wrong with that. That was practiced back in the old days, in the 1950s and 1940s, and it was perfectly acceptable, not considered to be socially reprehensible or didn't have any negative consequences. Now, so originally, it is supposed to be in nature that the man would be the controller. The man would be controlling the woman. The man would be the one controlling or dominating the woman, because the man would be masculine and the woman would be feminine. She would be submissive, right? And that's how it's supposed to be. Now, because of feminism, they have reversed the gender roles, and they have made the women are trying now to be dominant. They're trying to be dominant and domineering and masculine, and they're trying to dominate the men and control them and tell them what to do, almost like a little puppy dog, you know. And you see this all the time on the streets, for example. Here in Germany, I see it a lot, actually. I see it also in England. But I see it a lot here in Germany that the woman will be walking in the streets in front of her husband, and her husband will be walking behind her like a dog, you know. I think they only need like to put a leash on the guy, and then it would be more clear that he's a dog. But of course, he's being so he's following her around like a dog, but he doesn't wear a leash. He doesn't have a leash. Anyway, feminism is teaching these bad things to people, and it's corrupting the society, and it's making the society absolutely flip-flop and making it toxic and unlivable and intolerable. And there's no reason for people to put up with toxic bullshit. You don't have to. In nature, you wouldn't put up with any fucking crap. You know, if you get stung by a bunch of bees, the solution in nature would be to get a fire and burn that fucking beehive. You would burn the fucking bees. You wouldn't put up with this shit. You just burn those motherfuckers. No more bees. Fuck the bees. Well, we like to take the honey, but, you know, fuck them. I hate bees. I hate bees. I love honey, but I hate bees. Anyway, so the feminism is actually teaching the women to be dominant and masculine, to dominate the men. And so the women are being taught that they need to wear the pants in the relationships. They need to be masculine. They need to be domineering and dominant. And of course, that means that the man would be submissive and effeminate and feminine and weak. And so the power play or the power control is always in the woman's, in the woman's hands. How does this relate to the women seeking out weak and passive beta males? Well, because the beta males are because they are submissive and weak and effeminate and easy to control, the women are going to seek them out because the simps, the beta males, are more willing to follow the orders of the woman. And because the woman can control them and dominate them very easily and manipulate them, she will seek out these men to have relationships with. Secretly, she will wish to be with the alpha. But because the alpha, because he is masculine, he is dominant, he is strong, he has a strong personality, and he knows his self-worth, he is not going to put up with the woman's crap. He's not going to put up with the woman's garbage. He's not going to put up with the woman's bullshit. If bad behavior starts to happen on a regular basis, the man will, of course, leave the relationship. And this will oftentimes happen quite quickly and easily because the alpha male is secure in the knowledge of his own value and worth and doesn't need to lower himself and put up with trash. To put up with a woman that is of a low character or low value. The problem, of course, is that nowadays you can see it here in Germany, but you can see it also in Europe. You can see it everywhere in America and a lot of countries. The white women, because the white women are the ones that follow feminism the most. Especially like in Sweden, for example. I used to have a girlfriend who was Swedish, but. Yeah, that bitch is fucking nuts. But anyway, fucking stalked me all the way to France to the hospital. What the fuck, man? But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, because the white women are brainwashed with feminism so much, and they're so matriarchal. They there's a problem because. The white women actually do have very good genetics. They're very genetically gifted. Like DNA wise, genetic wise, they're very gifted. And white women do look fantastic. They look fabulous. A lot of white women walking around are sexy, are hot as shit. I see a lot of these women. I'm thinking, man, what a shame, man. What a fucking shame that these women have been duped and manipulated and brainwashed and destroyed, um, internally destroyed by feminism. Because they are quite good looking. They're actually not just good looking, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous. You see these women, beautiful bodies, huge milkers, nice tits, nice ass. The body is just perfect in every way. And you can tell that genetically speaking, they are quite gifted. And that's amazing. But the problem is not the problem is not the way they look. The problem is what's inside. That facade. Because we are humans, we are not just what we look like. We are who we are. So the personality is trash. The psychology is trash. The soul of this individual is trash. Is not good. So these women, like I said, they're very, very good looking, but unfortunately they have the cancer. That cancer of feminism is just eating at their brain. It's like, the cancer of feminism is just destroying them from the inside out. And I oftentimes like to see them as some kind of hollow shells. They look beautiful on the outside, but inside is just like a vacuum. It's like a fucking, it's just trash. Anyway, so this is the problem. Why is it that the women in a lot of countries nowadays, the women are seeking out to foster relationships with the beta males, the submissive, weak simps and beta males who are going to shower the woman with compliments and just do anything to get attention from these women and do anything to please these women and say the right things and all that kind of stuff, and who are willing to bend over. They were willing to bend over and take it. Why do they seek these men? It's because they're easy to manipulate and control them, because these women have been raised by feminism and told that they should be the men, they should be masculine, they should be dominant. Well, if you want to do it that way, then of course the only thing that you can get and will get is a beta male, because an alpha male, when he sees you with this mentality and this behavior, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to stay the fuck away from you. And he's going to say, get out of here. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Because he rightfully sees her as being trash. He rightfully sees her as being low quality, worthless, valueless, unworthy. And of course, it has to be said that a lot of these feminist women who are trying to be dominant and domineering, they are the ones who are accusing men falsely of rape. They are the ones engaging in the Me Too movement. They're the ones who are falsely accusing men of a whole slew of things and using defamation tactics and all sorts of stuff, but definitely accusing men of rape when they haven't done anything, which has happened to me. When I was in France, the girl that I had sex with was gorgeous, beautiful. In every way, she was beautiful. Actually, she was quite perfect as far as I was concerned, because I'm really attracted to brunettes. And she was a brunette, and her hair was pretty long. Beautiful body, everything was perfect. But then came the false accusation of rape, which I hadn't done. I hadn't raped the girl in any way. But of course, she went to the police and she reported my ass to the police officers, which could have gotten me into a lot of trouble, but it didn't. So that's an explanation. Why are these women seeking out beta males when they should be seeking out the alpha males? Simply because they are trying to dominate the men, and they're looking for men that they can easily manipulate and control and dominate, because they are not feminine. And as such, they cannot get the alpha males, because the alpha males are not going to put up with them. They are not going to tolerate their nonsense and their bullshit and all these things. So what ends up happening is they will try to latch on to an alpha male, but eventually things are not going to work out. The alpha male is going to get angry, rightfully so, and he's gonna say, you know what, I've had enough of you. Get out of my house. Okay, it's the end. It's over. Get out of here. Yalla, get out. So, um, this is what's basically happening, and this is the explanation to it. And I do oftentimes get I do oftentimes get attention from a lot of these women. A lot of them are white, very beautiful, very good-looking women who stalk me or follow me around and try to force some kind of interaction with me and try to get my attention. For example, today I was sitting in McDonald's and this beautiful, beautiful, tall and blonde German chick, um, beautiful body, like the nicest ass I've ever fucking seen in the world, beautiful tits, probably around 30 years old, maybe my age. She was there with two kids, and I'm assuming that she's married or something like that. And she just sat there, fucking, shouting like, you know how the gang stalkers do, like not in your face, but kind of indirectly, like fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. She just kept repeating it, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. And then when I didn't respond, and she couldn't understand why I did not agree to have sex with her. It didn't make sense to her. She got angry. She started lashing out, and she started beating up her kid. Yeah, she did. She just got angry and agitated, and she went to her kid, and she just like smacked him across the face, like "fuck you, you son of a bitch," and just started beating him up. And then she dragged her kid like out of the McDonald's. Um, yeah, I was actually looking at that kid. I was like, shit, man, this kid's gonna die, man. This bitch is gonna kill him or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this is the problem. This is the problem. So the women trying to have sex with you and asking you for a sexual union or a sexual relationship, it's fine and dandy. Like I can see that you are good looking. I can see that you're gorgeous. I can see that you're sexually are attractive. Like sexually, I want to have sex with you. But I realize that because you are a feminist and you are trying to dominate the man, and you want a man who is submissive uh, or weak or a beta male, it's not going to work for me. And I'm not going to put up with such women because I have in the past, and it was always, always, always a negative experience. And, it's, I don't know, because sometimes I think about it and like, well, you think about it and you're like, sex is sex, right? I mean, why not, right? You're going to enjoy it. But should you? Should you put up with a woman like that? A woman who is masculine and dominant and trying to force something upon you or trying to control you or tell you what to do? I don't know. If you have no if you have no self-esteem and you have no self-worth, go for it. You can have these women. I'll have them. I don't. I don't see them as women even. Um, so yeah, they look sexually appealing. They look physically attractive, but they're so dominant. They're so masculine that most self-respecting men don't want to deal with them because they know that they shouldn't. They know that there is no reason for me to put up with a crazy bitch like that who's going to make my life into a living hell and who's going to try to control me, manipulate me, and dominate me. And as they say it in the Red Pill, for example, they're going to try to betatize me, and I'm like, nah. I would want a woman who's going to respect me, a woman who's going to treat me very well, who's going to be submissive, who's going to be feminine, who's operating in that feminine energy. Then it would be good, because this woman, I knew immediately that she was one of these masculine, feminists, because most German, let's face it, most German women are absolute trash. But not all of them, but a lot of them are. So, because because she came from the beginning and she was just like trying to provoke me and just shouting and screaming and cussing and insulting and doing the usual gang stalker tactics of trash talking and insulting and gossiping and just being really nasty and it's not about me being sensitive, because I am not sensitive to these things. I have endured this level of harsh treatment from the gang stalkers and torture for 8, actually now it's more like 9 years, and I've become quite immune to it. Like, I don't really get affected by it anymore. I just see it as what it is. But it does signal to me that this person has no respect for me, and if you don't want to respect me, then I'm not going to respect you, and I don't want to have anything to do with you, because it's not about that person being bad. It's just being bad for you. You know what I mean? So if people are being taught nowadays, unfortunately, because of feminism, that it's completely normal for women to disrespect you or treat you badly or poorly, or because the army of simps and beta males, they're so thirsty, they're so desperate for sexual attention, they're willing to put up with anything, literally anything, just to get some ass. And I don't really operate in that kind of mindset. I'll go for the proper women, and if I don't find a woman that's gonna play ball, then I am not going to deal with you. Either I find a girl that's gonna play ball, or there is not gonna be a ball. So, guys, self-respect. Self-respect is very, very important. Self-respect. There are things in this world you should not put up with under any circumstance. And this, a dominating masculine bitch, is one of them. You should not put up with a dominating masculine feminist bitch. So, when it's like this with women, when you behave properly, and you behave respectfully and properly and submissively, and you stay on the good terms and good behavior, then there's going to be the reward. Then and only then, I am going to allow you to have sex with me. Then I am going to allow you to allow the sexual relationship. But I am not going to allow this to happen, or to do anything with you when you are not conforming to my standards. So either you submit and you conform to my standards, or you are not going to get sex. You are not going to get sex. It's just not going to happen. I know you want it. I know that you are horny. You are horny and you're wet and you want to have sex with me, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get it. And it's not about me being obdurate or stubborn or an asshole. It's me being realistic, because you are doing the wrong things. You are misbehaving and expecting me to put up with your crap. No. Had I misbehaved with you, then I would admit it to you and say, yes, I have misbehaved with you, but I haven't. You are the one who is misbehaving. You are the one who is shooting the gun. The one first who is shooting the gun. So don't be surprised that I want to have nothing to do with you. You want to misbehave and you want people to tolerate your bullshit? No, they're not going to tolerate your bullshit. Yeah, I'm sure you are going to find a lot of simps and beta males that are going to put up with your crap. And they do exist. And they will put up with your crap. And you can mop the fucking floor with them, for all I care. But you're not going to mop the fucking floor with me. That's the only difference. You want that dick, but you ain't going to get it. Because I am a man, and I am not clingy, and I am not needy. I can handle being by myself. See, guys, this is the thing that you guys need to learn about women. The feminists are lying to you, and they're lying to the women. They tell the women, oh, you go girl, be a strong, independent woman. How is that working for the women? Not good. Statistics are showing that women are miserable right now. And they've actually been quite miserable ever since feminism has taken a hold. because women cannot handle being single. Men can handle being single. Women cannot handle being single. Women need men. They need to be in relationships. They need to suck on a man's dick. They need to have sex with a man. It's something that they need. Notice the word I'm using here. Need. They need it, like food. They have to do it. And if they don't get it, they're going to go nuts. But you as a man, you have a superpower. You can be single. A man can be single for very long periods of time. I've been single for practically my whole life. Never had any fucking issues. I don't need to be in a relationship. Women need to be in a relationship. Women are the ones that need men. It's not men that need women. Yeah, okay, men like to have sex. We like to have sex with women. Of course, I do enjoy having sex with women. This is, of course. But I don't think that people should be, I don't know how to explain it to you. Seeking sexual pleasure is a good thing, but it shouldn't be over the top. There are times and places where sexual pleasure is a good thing, but at the end of the day, sexual relations are not for hedonic purposes. Sexual relations are for reproduction. The end goal is to have kids, to have babies, to have children, to reproduce. Men are trying to have sex with women ultimately because they want to reproduce. They want to ensure that they can spread their genetics. This is the real victory. That's the real victory. That's the real fucking conquest. People are being raised to be like a little baby fucking bonobo children. They think them having sex with women is like going to the fucking candy store or some shit like that. Yeah. It's not like going in there in a candy store. The purpose of it, the real conquest, the real winning, the real victory is not to have sex with the woman and to have pleasure. The real victory is to reproduce, is to get the woman pregnant, is for the woman to want to keep your child and get pregnant and nurture that child and raise that fucking child. That is the real victory. People are being deceived nowadays. They think that, I'm just going to go and have sex. I'm going to have sex with Tina. I'm going to have sex with Joanna. I'm going to have sex with Tatiana. I'm going to have sex with Jackie. I'm going to have sex with Ellie. And they're just going around having sex. Pleasure. But no kids. And you see this oftentimes. I talk to a lot of dudes and say, he'll be like really proud and like he thinks that he accomplished something. He'll be like really proud, show me all these pictures of these hot, gorgeous babes. Like, hey, look at this picture, man. Look, I fucked this Latina the other day, and I fucked this, this beautiful blonde white chick with like double D's or double E's or whatever. And man, she had the best fucking pussy in the world, and it felt so good. And then he showed me this other one. Look at this Indian cougar, and I'll be like, man, okay. And then I'll ask him, I say, hey, dude, did you get them pregnant? Did you get any girl pregnant? Do you have any kids? And he'd be like, no, I haven't. He'll be like, no, I didn't get them pregnant, actually. And I'll be like, okay, so what was the point? What was the point? At some point you have to grow up. At some point you have to become a man. You have to grow up. You have to mature. Sex is not just for pleasure. I mean, yes, I do like to have sex for pleasure, and I do enjoy having sex. It is a pleasurable activity, and it's supposed to be pleasurable because of nature. But is that the ultimate purpose? Nah. The ultimate purpose is for you to get the girl pregnant. That is the real victory. That is when you win. Is to ensure your genetic lineage, your genetic line. And you got some crazy ass victorious sons of bitches like myself going around and getting girls pregnant left and right, and you might come to me and brag to me and say, oh, I fucked 1,000 chicks. I'd be like, So what? So what? They're having sex with you and you're getting the pleasure. But you have to ask yourself at some point, you have to face yourself in the mirror and face the fucking truth and reality. These chicks are not getting pregnant. Why is that? Why is it that none of these 1,000 chicks that you banged, none of them decided to baby trap you? None of them decided to do something to make sure that the condom breaks, or do something in such a way that you get her pregnant. Why is that? Because you are a child. Your brain is not functioning. The brain is not functioning. You don't ask yourself the question. Because the fact that these 1,000 chicks, although they are having sexual relations with you, are deliberately avoiding getting pregnant from you. Dude, if a chick wants your genetics, if a woman wants to have your babies and wants to get pregnant from you, she will move heaven and earth to get pregnant from you. She will do anything to get pregnant from you. Bitches will go crazy. They will do the craziest fucking thing. I had this happen to me once. Yeah, I'm sitting there and having sex with the girl. I didn't use a condom, right? And I just kind of like jizzed on her. I jizzed on her belly, right? And she she took her finger, right, and she just fucking scooped up all my cum, and she just fucking put it in her pussy, and she got pregnant that way. She was adamant that she wanted to get pregnant from me because of genetic selection, or it's also called sexual selection or genetic determinism. The woman is deciding. She's the one deciding, I want to get pregnant. Something that people think that the man has a control over this. You don't have any control over this. If you're having sex with a girl, chances are she's going to get pregnant if she wants to have your baby. And it's just going to happen because she wants to have your baby. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. Yeah. You can say, I'm going to use a condom, contraceptives, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, anything short from you literally castrating yourself or getting a vasectomy is not going to prevent you from getting, and I'm not going to get a vasectomy because I don't want to do that. Because I've been following this guy. He's like a dating coach. He's a POA, and his name is John Anthony Lifestyle on YouTube, actually. And he's a pretty cool guy. He's pretty chill. I mean, he banged like 2,000 chicks. Banged 2,000 chicks, made it into a business, into an enterprise, makes a lot of money from this kind of stuff, and teaching men how to get laid and all that kind of stuff. Banging 2,000 chicks is one hell of an accomplishment. But at the end of the day, you don't have any lineage, you don't have any kids. You didn't get any girl pregnant. So out of the 2,000 fucking chicks that you banged, none of them got pregnant. None of them got a baby. It's kind of sad, man. But anyway, so this topic about, why is it that the women are choosing to foster relationships and seeking out relationships with the beta males, with the weak males, the submissive males, the males that don't have a fight in them? Precisely because they are so submissive and weak, because they would be easy to manipulate and control, and because these women are following feminism and they don't want to be feminine, they don't want to be women, they want to be masculine. And as such, these men are selected for these purposes because they can be easily manipulated and taken advantage of and just, told what to do, controlled. And because these women do not want to be with a man who is going to challenge them, who is going to confront them, who is going to tell them, hey, I don't want to put up with this. I am the one in charge. I am the one who can tell you what to do. They don't like that. And then the problems happen. All right, guys? And this is a symptom of the society that we live in. It's a symptom of this sick, twisted, toxic society that we are living in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, subscribe and comment. And I will see you guys in the next one.